Your dog made a strange low sound on your lap today. A soft rumble, almost a growl but not quite. And you probably froze, or moved your hand, or whispered their name to check if they were okay. You assumed something was wrong. What if I told you that sound is one of the rarest vocalizations a dog ever produces? And the fact that they made it on your lap means you have been classified into a category most humans never reach in their relationship with their dog. Welcome to Cute Pet Family. Subscribe right now, because what you're about to learn will completely rewrite your understanding of one of the most quietly meaningful sounds your dog can make. And once you hear it for what it is, you will never confuse it for a warning again. Let's start with what everyone assumes. Dog makes a low, throaty sound. Human reaches for the most familiar interpretation. Growl, displeasure, warning, irritation. Our nervous systems are trained to react to low-frequency vocalizations as threat signals. Because in most mammalian communication, low and rumbling means stay back. But what your dog produced on your lap is something completely different. And the failure to recognize this is one of the most common mistranslations in the human-dog relationship. What you heard was a pleasure rumble, also known in canine behavioral literature as a grumble of contentment, a soft, sustained, low-frequency vocalization that dogs produce only in states of extreme relaxation, and only in the presence of individuals they are deeply bonded to. It is, by every measurable standard in canine ethology, one of the highest status vocalizations a dog can produce toward another living creature. To understand why this sound exists, you have to understand where it comes from. In canine vocal development, low-frequency vocalizations originate in puppyhood. When puppies nurse from their mother, they produce a continuous low rumble, a vibration that travels through their throat and into the mother's body as they feed. The rumble has multiple functions. It signals to the mother that the puppy is healthy and feeding well. It stimulates milk letdown through vibration against the mother's body, and it releases endorphins in the puppy's own nervous system, reinforcing the bonding state of close physical contact and safety. This rumble is, in evolutionary terms, the original language of safety, a sound a puppy makes when they are in the safest place they will ever be in their entire lives. Pressed against the warm body of the mother, surrounded by littermates, food flowing, predators absent, it is the auditory signature of complete biological surrender. Here is what most owners have never been told. Adult dogs retain this vocalization, but they almost never use it. The pleasure rumble is reserved for a very narrow set of circumstances, specifically situations where the adult dog has dropped fully into a state that mirrors the puppy on mother experience. Total physical safety, trusted proximity, the absence of any need to monitor the environment. For an adult dog, those moments are rare. A dog's nervous system is wired for low-level vigilance, even during rest. Their ears continue to track sound, their body continues to register movement. Their alertness never fully turns off, even in sleep in most environments. The pleasure rumble can only occur when that vigilance system is completely offline, which means the dog has, in that moment, classified their current environment as equivalent in safety to a nursing puppy on its mother's body. That is the bar. That is what your dog has decided about you when they produce this sound on your lap. Here is the science that confirms this is not interpretation. Research in canine vocalization, including extensive work by ethologist Patricia McConnell, has documented that low-frequency vocalizations in dogs fall into multiple distinct categories that sound nearly identical to untrained human ears, but serve completely different communicative functions. A warning growl is short, rises in pitch toward the end, and is accompanied by clear body tension, stiffened posture, hard eye contact, weight forward, lips pulled back. A pleasure rumble is sustained, even or descending in pitch, and is accompanied by a body that is fully soft, eyes that are half closed or fully closed, limbs that are loose, breathing that is deep and slow. The two sounds are produced by completely different states of the canine nervous system, but they share an acoustic surface that the untrained human brain conflates into the same category. A 2014 study at the University of Sussex examined human listeners' ability to distinguish between threatening and non-threatening dog vocalizations. The results showed that most untrained listeners misidentified pleasure rumbles as warning growls, roughly half the time. This means that across the world, dogs are producing one of the most affectionate sounds their species is capable of making and being misinterpreted as aggressive. There is a second layer to this that explains why the rumble is so deeply meaningful. The same neural pathways that produce the puppy nursing rumble in young dogs are connected in adult dogs to the limbic system, the part of the brain that processes attachment, safety, and bonding. When a dog produces a pleasure rumble in an adult relationship, they are physically activating the same neural circuit they used as a puppy with their mother. This is significant because it means the rumble is not just a sound. It is a neurological state. The dog has, in that moment, accessed the most primal bonding circuit available in their brain, and they have accessed it in your presence. For the kind of bonding that is biologically reserved for the puppy-mother relationship, to be redirected toward an adult, human is, by every measure of canine emotional development, an extraordinary act of trust. You have been recategorized, not as a friend, not as a leader, as something far more biologically primal, as mother. Here is what makes this so quietly profound. The pleasure rumble is not produced casually. It is not a sound your dog makes because they are happy in a general sense. It is a sound that emerges only when the dog has dropped through multiple layers of safety into the deepest state of relaxation their nervous system is biologically capable of producing. Most dogs go their entire lives never reaching that state with any human at all. The dogs that do reach it do so only in specific moments, on the lap or in the arms of an individual they have spent significant time bonding with, and they will not produce the sound for strangers. They will not produce it under stress. They will not produce it in unfamiliar environments. The pleasure rumble is, in every sense, a sound your dog reserves for the safest place they know, and in the moment they made it on your lap, that place was you. So what do you do with this? The first thing is to stop reacting to the sound as if it were a warning. When your dog produces a low rumble in a context where their body is fully soft, eyes are closed or half closed, breathing is slow, the sound is not displeasure, it is praise. The second thing is to learn the difference acoustically and visually. A warning growl will always be accompanied by body tension. The body tells you the meaning of the sound, not the sound on its own. If you cannot read the body, you cannot interpret the voice. The third thing is the most important. When your dog produces a pleasure rumble in your lap, do not interrupt it. Do not pull your hand away. Do not move suddenly. Do not say their name. The dog has reached a state of nervous system regulation that took them minutes to drop into, and the smallest disruption can pull them back out. Sit with them, breathe slowly, and let the sound complete itself. You are being trusted at the deepest level your species and theirs can share. Receive it. The deeper truth is this: your dog has access to a neurological circuit that was originally designed for the bond between a nursing puppy and its mother, and they have, in your home, in your lap, on your couch, redirected that circuit toward you. The pleasure rumble is the audible signature of that redirection, a sound that exists only because, somewhere in their nervous system, you have been classified as the safest creature they have ever encountered in their life. Now you can hear it, and once you do, you will never hear that sound the same way again. If this changed the way you understand your dog, share it with one person whose dog makes strange low sounds in their lap and they've always wondered what it meant. Subscribe to Cute Pet Family. Every week we decode the signals your pet has been sending. Since the day they came home, they've been speaking. It is time you finally learned to listen.